Okay, I think that's right. Yeah. Hello, it's me, Poison. And I saw Wicked today, and I'm gonna make it everyone's problem. In other words, we are gonna be making a Wicked model. I went ahead, processed the V-Rate part, and did some pre-rigging right before stream, so that way we could get straight to editing the materials. Uh, this is one of the models I feel like is gonna be a little bit more simple to do, but we're gonna figure that out as we go along. Because who knows? It could actually be very hard, as it is me making it from scratch. And I'm doing good. I actually was, I got a notification sound. Okay, my computer said something disconnected, but nothing disconnected. But yeah, I got to watch Wicked today, and so that was nice. I have seen the play before, and I actually am happy with how the movie came out. I felt like it did pretty much justice for the play. Like sometimes when you get like a movie adaptation of a play, it's like the not you don't really get a full story, but I think because they did it in two parts, they could fit everything that they needed to. That's good to hear. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and move to the live scene. So just an overview. So this model I'm specifically making to kind of be like a waist up situation because like we're not going to spend too much time on this lower part. It's going to be mostly gradient like material edits down here because the only time I want you to for the most part be able to see that is like from certain angles maybe. But for the most part, we're going to be streaming from like here, like waist up. So we're going to follow what you typically do for VTuber models, which is you don't really design too much on the lower half if you're like not going to use it. But yeah, so we got the dual, hey, so features of this model is a dress that is split down the center. I did make this dress. On this side we have pink fingernails, on this side we have green fingernails. We have the split down. We have a pale green eye, pale blue eye, dual makeups, and then the hairband also splits colors. Yomi. Yomi tune. We're gonna go ahead and just switch all the materials to realistic. Cut out, shading. And this is the lighting, how it reacts to lighting realistic. Because I shade for that. Let's turn our model. We still gave shoes just in case there was like ever a moment where I wanted that moment. But our goal is not necessarily to show full body. Okay. But yeah. No, I'm a big fan of Wicked, so I was glad I got to finally see part two. Let's take. So what I'm probably gonna have to do for this hair, take it to white on the underneath side. So you see how this base is now white? And then I thought I might have to do this, but I wasn't 100% sure. Hello, Proto! So I need to open up this Show and Explore. Okay. I do already have my tone still file open. We want to go down to Wicked Textures. And I would like to open this one. And I'm going to take basically a box, a selection box, take it right down the center. And then I'm going to add a correction tool, gradient. I'm going to pull Unity back up, turn you around, and I'm going to color select from my hair tone. But I got to move it onto the other monitor so I can grab it. Hit OK. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but with the blonde. Except because this one's on top, I could probably get away with just doing without the box, but let's not risk it. Let's just go ahead and do the box because it's not like it's a hard thing. Okay, so then I want to do a correction tool. Gradient. I'm going to take the darkest part of the blonde, and then I'm going to take the brightest part of the blonde. And then we're going to drag this, because we might almost have like a brunette root there. There we go. Also, I liked when I do this because I get to show off just how cool and how good I did this shading for this. Because this is for my ponytail base of hair. So like, the fact that like when I shift the colors really like shows just how much I focused on doing the smaller things too. Okay, now let's save. I think I can save over because I kind of don't need that white base. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. And if I turn you around, I should see the new hairline. Yep. Green on this side, blonde on the other side. There's some small overlap sections, but I was like, that's okay. We are making this one to be seen from the front, not the back. And even if you did see it from the back and there's like a few strands here and there, it's fine because for the most part it's underneath a long ponytail that will be blocking your vision of the direct base of the skull. Okay. I think the first thing we want to do is go through and get all of the basic assets set with their normal maps. So get the body with the body, the eyes with the eyes, etc. So we're just going to use my body, so the normal map I made for my body, and like the normal map I made for my face. Because I do kind of like the idea that my VTuber model just basically either cosplays or takes on these people's roles. So like when it's a Poison Oaks model, it'll have this hairstyle, but I'll also reuse the Poison Oak like assets. Do, do, do. Okay. Face. Okay. The eyebrows are another thing where I'm gonna have to split the hair because I didn't do that. Let's see. But we can do that in a moment because right now they both have blonde eyebrows. Sometimes it was easier just to shift a color and know that I was gonna just do that color block system where I use a color corrector in Clip Studio. Okay, for eyebrows, I'm just gonna use one of my basic hairs. Set this to fade. Turn the fade up. Okay. This one. But yeah, we're gonna try to like kind of zoom through this portion. Mouth. So we kind of, okay. Eyes. This part of the eyes is the same on both. And where's the back of the eyes? There you are. Do, do, do. Okay. That brings us to this part of the outfit. Now I'm thinking for the normal map, we might just solidly use my fabric normal map. It definitely works for the Wicked Witch side. But it is debatable if it works for the Glinda side. So what I want to do then is I'm going to take this. I want to just Control C, Control V, hide this, and I want to just see how well this takes to our normal map, because it might actually take fairly well. Normal map. Actually, that's fairly nice. I'm gonna make it a lot lighter though. Hit OK. Because it gives me that embroiderment that I'm looking for. Okay. So then I'm gonna hide this, reveal this side. And we're gonna grab basically my fabric and we're gonna layer it on this section because we will do a custom normal map for the top, it looks like, if nothing else, because that's gonna be the visible part of this outfit, so it makes sense to do it. Do, do, do. Okay. I'm just gonna wanna like, oh, whoops. Invert this selection. Yeah, here's so do that. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. C, V. Okay. Then I'm gonna take a blend tool. In this edge where I see these hard lines, I'm just gonna kind of blend those out. And I need to do the intensity here. Automatic. For some reason that's not blurring right. Oh, that's why. Shift, and I want to rasterize this. There we go. I'm just gonna go along these edges, and because if I don't do this, it'll look like a seam, and I don't want that. Erase. So I'm gonna take these sections and I want to merge them. And then I'm gonna Control C, Control V, grab the selection, flip it, because this side is gonna have the same thing over it. Let's see. Flip. There we go. Hit OK, and then I want to take this blur tool. Just gonna blur down this line, going all the way down this line and blurring it, just so it doesn't have the harsh line. File. Oh, wait. Next, because we did this embroiderment, I want this embroiderment to still read, so I'm just gonna basically make this lighter over top of it. So we still have the fabric movement, but we don't have the like embroiderment on this side, but do on this side. File. Oh, that's right. Control C, Control V. Hide this. And I want to do filter, effect, normal map. And this is good. And hello, Vox. I hope you're doing well. We are currently working on making the normal map for our outfit, which is basically the thing that tells Light how to interact with an object in graphics. And I'm going to make this a little bit lighter. File, save as, and I believe we just finished the dress. Well, the like top part of the dress. Top. Yes. And now we're back to Unity, and that I saved in here. Grab this, alpha is transparency, and then set that it is a normal map. And we need to go apply. This is the top part. And we're going to go from this generic fabric normal map to one that is stylized and see how that looks. So you can see how like now we have a like shadows on this dress. I am going to lighten this up a bit. There we go. Okay, and now this bottom section, I don't think I need to have two separate ones. What I do need to do though is like 4, 2, stoichiometry. What stoichiometry does is it moves objects.
She came down in a bubble.
Same.
You're going to look at me and tell me I am wrong?
Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, that does not sound cool, Proto. And yes, I am going to tell you wrong. Because she actually is not a witch. If you watched Wicked, you know. Oof. That is definitely troublesome. Okay, and then the bottom part. Oh, not 56. 5 for stoichiometry. More intense because it's a lower layer. There we go. I feel. You know, I actually so when you graduate MS like master's program of science, you have to do what's called a thesis, which is basically like science research that's then verified and like reviewed by other professionals in the field. Um, I lost my entire database like 4 times because I worked with government databases and they kept on wiping them without like any notification. So then I started keeping like a hard copy of all this data I collected because like it definitely like made me want to pull my hair out. Oof. I think I only have a terabyte on this computer, but I have another desktop that I can use for like storage, but it has a hard drive, so it doesn't run most modern games because most modern games don't not run well unless you're running a hard drive. Oh, sorry, a solid state drive. Okay. I'm going to start with doing all the materials for these two sections because they're going to be the more simple because they're going to have similar properties to each other. So I can do this gradient. Maybe do something like this. Fix now. Here. Set this to a gradient. Fix now. And we're going to make it additive as well. Also multiply. Okay. I do think grab this. I should have it here. Okay. What I want to do is I want to grab one half, but not the other. Shift, Control C, Control V, minimize, minimize. I would like just this to be one color. Color doesn't necessarily matter, but yeah. Yes, I have heard of the SCP Foundation. I actually, in college, was part of a tabletop RPG group, and we played a version of a tabletop RPG called Fate. And in it, we were basically playing uh, fantasy Men in Black, but with the SCP Foundation. But like, so like our role was to kind of just act as like agents and capture these like anomalies. It was a really fun tabletop experience. Save as. Yeah, the person who wrote it like had like a whole Google Drive for like the rules and settings and stuff. Because with Fate, Fate is kind of like a tabletop RPG, but in a kind of sandbox way. It's basically a tabletop RPG that is all the rules you need to make any game. So like it basically is like the skeleton for a game. And you just kind of fill in the blanks of like what the things in your game are called. Yeah. And we're gonna call this color block. Yes. Oh, you know what? This will save me so much time. If I just, instead of doing that, because it doesn't, like the details here doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that it covers half. I could use this color block for so much more if I just have basically a block that has one side colored and the other side not. That's going to save me a lot of time. Because this is what I'm basically doing is making a mask to say when I program certain materials, which side of the mask I want it on. And we're going to call this mask. Yes, because that's gonna like sort in my workflow by a lot. Alpha is transparency. Apply. Alpha is transparency. Apply. So now I can go down here and there's like this mask thing that you can select. And every time I select that, it's going to basically stop the thing that's on that layer from affecting the side that I tell it not to. For example, let's say I love this effect, this this gradient effect on this side, but not this side. All I gotta do is now drag this mask down here, fix now, so it knows it's a mask. And then I'm gonna switch this to alpha, and I can switch which side it's on, which gives me a lot more control over how things are gonna look. And now I could actually select both these layers at the same time and edit them at the same time. However, I've noticed that it messes up my matte cap settings. Yep. Have sweet dreams. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, let's see. Alpha. And I am going to have this effect be on the black side of the dress instead of both sides. Similar to that, I think I'm going to do that same effect up here. Fix now. And this way I can go, I'm going to use this top one, gradient, fix now. And I'm going to take this same mask, but this time I'm just going to invert the selection. Wait, no, I don't need to invert the selection. This chose the right side. So I don't want it to replace. I mostly want this for adding. Looks like this block is not perfectly in the center for this upper section, which is fine for this specifically, but I am going to want to go to this. It might be really hard to get that section all in one spot. So I just gotta be careful with how I do this part of it specifically. Unless I go down here, hide this side. I want to go through and just erase. There we go. Invert my selection. New layer. I'm going to take a red. And we're going to just take the die bucket tool and put it there. File, save as. We're gonna just call this top mask. Alpha is transparency, apply, come up to this. There we go. Now it's the correct side. Because I want the pink side to be fairly light. So I'm going to do that all the way down here. Fix now. Alpha. That's going to be a lot of what this is going through and just making sure the alpha is selected correctly. Because this actually doesn't have that much, like, many outfit pieces. Because it has one, two, actually this counts as one. One, two, three. So I only have 3 outfit pieces that I actually have to work with. Do that. Just to kind of make sure it has like that more of a brighter pink. I might even take these, wait, not this. I need to go here, select a new one, fix now. And I want to take these sides, make them way more transparent. Take the center, turn it up, fix now. And then I'm going to use that for this lower section. Like this side can have the even darker, but this side needs to be brighter. And the top needs to be brighter. Fix now. Okay. One thing I already know I want to do is have glitter on this top part. So let's go ahead and go to that section. Glitter slash sparkles. We do want a mask. Set it to alpha. We want the glitter to be able to be getting really bright. We do want circles for sequin. We want it to use the normal map, so that way it reflects on, like how it does like on an actual outfit. And we want these to be rather large. And we do want them to be pink sparkles. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the use base color, which is the spot where it's at, it will use that base color to kind of dye the glitter. Yay! You were able to save it. I think we're just gonna take this, bring it closer to pink, and do that. But no, that's really good news. Same. Yeah, I have made a lot of models. And this is just kind of like a I was I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to stream today. And then I went and saw Wicked and I was like, hey, let's do like a half and half, a half Glinda, half Wicked Witch like model. So like the deciding factor on today's content is impulse. Okay, so this bottom half, I want to have glitter, but not as intense as the glitter on top. Let's see. Mask. Set this to alpha. Kind of more like that. Okay. Gonna do the same thing with this section. Special, glitter, and I need the mask on it. Set the mask to alpha. I wish I could set alpha to as my default. And oof. Turn the brightness up. Reduce the glitter amount to 200, which will increase the size proportionally. For this, I want to use pink, and then change my mind about that. I do want it to use the normals. The bottom section, I don't care if it uses the normals. Uh, what do you plan to use for the drive? So, yeah, the drive array. I know I need to fix one of my drivers on my computer. I don't know which one it is. I have to like, I still haven't done the diagnostics on it. It just hasn't messed up like anything on my computer. I just know that one of them is messed up. But like I keep on putting it off. I should definitely get to it before it becomes a problem. I said to myself. File, save as, top, rib. Actually, I should have said boning because that's what it would be called. It's like the boning of the corset. Okay, for this, I want to do shading. Not this, not this. A cube map. Oh, whoops. Alpha. Go. And we want to switch to add. And what I use this USD like shine for is kind of like if I have like a silk material, I like to use it so it gets like that very like satiny silk like texture to it. Okay. I was wondering what happened to that cube map. Yeah, I kind of only want that for this top part. I think I'm actually ready to lock these in. Because like I said, I'm not planning to spend the entire stream on this model. I want to have this model finished probably within the next like 30-ish minutes. I have no idea why these look off center. But I know they're not actually off center. Unless I accidentally. Let's see. I want to check the Y position. Y position is -39. That part's right. -38. Ah, okay, so that is off. The real question is -38 the right answer? Oh, here, maybe I can do it through this. -149, because these should be lined up, if I'm not correct. Okay, so in the case where I'm not sure which one's the right answer, I'm going to choose the one that I hope is the right answer, which is the short one. I'm so glad this is not a model that's supposed to walk around. Yay! I I need to make more storage on my computer. Okay. They're at least evenly heighted. I am worried that one of the blend shapes might break for the bottom lower leg, but as long as I don't walk around. And who needs walking? When you can just stand there and look pretty. Okay. So I want these to, so I know that there's technically supposed to be silver, and I guess we could just do that. I don't have to make it a technical situation. I could just actually switch it to silver. It's not that hard. And I need to not pretend like it is. Glitter, square, 50, use normal map. Let's do 100 instead. And then we want it to get very bright. There we go. Think. I see a little line there and I kind of want to see if I can't fix it real fast. Studio, file, open, materials, wicked textures. It's going to be on this. Open. There it is. Eraser. File, save. Yay, it's gone. Now we have 0 problems in the world. This is so far fairly good. Now, this section is not gonna be the best section, so I do kind of want to make sure it's on the darker side. We're just gonna have to like kind of just note that it's not gonna be a focal point. It's on the back of my head at the base of my skull. Okay. I want to do these 2 sections. Normal map. This. I want it to be like a very dark green. Because like I want it to reflect the source material a bit. Okay. Because it's so dark, I'm not gonna worry too much about like the details because if I you won't be able to see the details as much. Now the blonde side, I do have to worry a little bit about because you can see a lot more of the shading details in the lighter colored hair. Okay. I think I'm gonna use a custom gradient here that I need an image for. Because I need I want an image of blonde hair, and I'm going to use blonde, that, like, a subsection of that blonde hair to kind of create my gradient. Because the blonde side would be is going to be the most annoying one to work with if it doesn't work out. I don't like how that looks like spaghetti. Base color mix, light color mix. I will say it's gonna have fangs on both sides, and I didn't even think about that. But you know what? It's my own interpretation, and I have fangs, so vampire wicked. Here we are. Here we go. Honestly, would watch. I can lock that in. For the eyes, I might kind of leave them how they are, because the only thing I could do is like I can make custom maps for either side, but I think they're kind of fine. So cube map, we'll just add a gleam to the eye. And call that a day. Fade. Now lock in. Somehow I think my sticky keys or like shift is being held down somehow. So it's just the skin. I'm not going to do anything with the skin because it will affect both sides. So lock in. And I'm not actually, if I did anything with the lips, it could only be gloss. But I think we're going to leave it as a matte lip this time. just to kind of save me from having to do anything with it. So I think after I check to make sure the physics are all fine, I think we'll be good. Wait, like just click on my keyboard real fast. Okay, locked in, locked in, locked in. This section, I can do both of these together, and they're both just gonna have the normal map of this, and a 2 and 2, turn it up, come down here to mat cap. Actually, wait, not mat cap, cubic map. And then mat cap. Fix now. Now this section is done. And for this other section, we're going to add like a lightly colored glitter. Special glitter. Size of the glitter. And let's make it pink, but like a very light pink. Square and use normal map. And switch this down to 50. I need to unlock this because I just realized both of these, you'd have this turned off. Now they can lock in. I'm also going to unlock these so I can turn this off. Unlock. Lock in. Cubic map. Add. Reduce this. Lock in. I almost forgot this. File, open. Correction layer. Uh, Gradient map. File, save. Yep, there we go. Lock in. Lock in. That's locked in. That's locked in. That's locked in. Okay, all of the materials are locked in. I just need to check the physics on the hair real fast, and then we'll be ready to export. I'm not too concerned with the physics down below, mostly just the hair. It has more materials to load because like I did end up doing 3 tiers for the dress, which was completely unnecessary, but I'm like, what if I do want to zoom out? Something is not the same. I'm through with losing by. You know, partially. I'm doing a Wicked model that is half Glinda, half Wicked Witch. Because I just watched Wicked today, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for stream, but after watching Wicked, I'm like, let's just make a model. Let's make a model based off of the thing we just watched. And we're getting really close to export. Because this is mostly me needing to check to see if the bones are in the right spot. And if they are, then we're good. If they're not, then we'll have to do something else. Thank you so much. I used to do theater a lot, and so I watched a lot of plays growing up. And I did really like the play Wicked, so I was really happy to see it in theaters, especially because they did it very well, in my opinion. Some people don't know this, but a fun fact about Ariana Grande is that she actually, before she was ever on Nickelodeon, was on Broadway. Well, I think it was like an off-Broadway show, but still. And that was before she had star power to get roles. Now she's Mario. Okay, main thing I need to check here. The physics are not set right because gravity's turned way up, but that's just gonna help me find if there's any issues. Okay, I think let's go into this model. Did my dress have colliders? Yeah, it has the leg colliders. So let's make these bigger because like they were obviously not hitting the light colliders, but also this part is gonna make it hard for it anyways. Like I said, it's not gonna necessarily look like the best down below. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I'm okay with that is, I mean, because they also did that a little bit with Glinda's character, where like passively, like until the very end, passively done like, but like yeah, for because they were written way more human-esque, and so they were fallible. Whereas the movie adaptation does have them a little bit more infallible, like a hero role, if you will. Is- But in theaters, well, a little bit more known for showing both sides of humanity. So I can see why they did that. It also was made it to where they could cut down on some of the moments. And I was like, well, I personally could sit through 2 4 hours of like exposition like movies, but like for a concept that I like. But I do understand they're going for a generalized audience. And I'm like, I feel like this is, if you have seen the play, there's some parts that you may not like. But as someone who has seen the play, I was like, hey, it's good enough for someone to like a generalized audience to really enjoy, especially. And I enjoyed like it was more faithful than most play adaptations of movies. No, that's what I'm saying. The characters, uh, they took away their humanistic flaws, as in making them infallible, whereas plays leave the characters fallible, allow the person who is the protagonist to make mistakes, whereas in cinema world, oftentimes the push, especially for PG-13 movies, is to make sure that the hero is without flaw. Like maybe they're misled, but it's never they choose evil on purpose, which does kind of get rid of some of the emotional turmoil of having to choose to be either the good witch or the bad witch. Because, like, if you're constantly justified in your actions, there's not as much turmoil in it. And it did make some of the conversations between Glinda and the Wicked Witch, Elphaba, a little awkward. Like, almost like non conversations. That being said, I do get that interpersonal issues sometimes take a lot longer and a lot more exposition. If they had to cut anything, I feel like they cut kind of the right things. Yeah. Now, if there's a director's edit, like a director's cut that has more like content, 100% I'm down to watch it and see like if there's any exposition they have that was cut like at the end to make the movie within like a certain time limit. Because I'm sure they filmed a lot of extra scenes, like similar to Wizard of Oz. Like Wizard of Oz has a lot of scenes that were fully shot, but then just never added, like the jitterbugs. The who's that hiding in the treetops? It's that rascal, the jitterbug. That bug that makes them dance until they die. Oh, they pass out, but like the concept is dance until you die. Okay. Thanks. But yeah, no, I personally, one of the reasons why I hate main characters of most series is because I want my characters to have flaws. and to kind of like have to work around those flaws instead of getting rid of them. Because main characters oftentimes their resolution is that they become flawless. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many shows have an issue with jumping the shark, is that they won't allow a character to be flawed. I've also seen how people act when like, they let a character be flawed. Like if you've seen the anime Frieren, and they let their and Frieren has a few characters that they let just be human, and people just dogpile on those characters all the time. Like I was like, she's just being a teenage girl, and she is living with a boy with super strength. Of course, there's gonna be like some clashes there and some power balance conversations that are gonna make everyone uncomfortable. But yeah, no, that's like my soapbox is yeah. People say they want like I know a lot of people who do actually want fallible characters, but the general public says they want fallible characters, like characters with flaws, but they actually don't because every time they get them, they complain profusely about the flaws. Yeah, you only get like sometimes there's very fun character things like either in indie stories or off off-brand TV shows. Yeah, and God forbid a woman react in a storyline in an appropriate manner to being like, ugh, what happened, Proto? Okay, let's. Those are good. Let's go to ponytail, long hair. I did something that's making it to where I have to like click off of things, and I have no idea what I did. I have selected some kind of like key that has made it to where oh, I figured it out. I have been trying to figure out why it kept on double selecting things. Do you guys want to know why my computer kept on selecting more than one thing, like as if the shift button was held down? My draw pad was down, set down next to me, which is like where the couch is, and my cat was laying on the draw pad. It was my cat's fault. I was like, why? Why does it keep on like, why? What's holding down my shift button? Cats. Well, he wants me to pick him up, and so he's laying on the draw pad. He's curled up in a ball now. Okay, let's reprogram this real fast. Front hair, front hair, 0, ponytail, set to long hair, reduce the gravity to like that. Dress. I think this is already set how I want it, so I'm just gonna do that. And then increase pony, but it's actually the hairbands. Hit accessory. And those are on the right side. Save. Okay. Let's do new mod. Poison. Wicked. Wordo. Set up character. Wordo. Switch to active mode. Build the mod. Yeah, no, he is very adorable, even if he's sometimes a butt. But he's very codependent, which like it's because I hand trained him as a kitten. So like he's very much like it means I can handle him and like if I ever need to pick him up, he's fine with it. But yeah. Same. You know, it's almost the like prosecution's argument that poison is always wicked and that it shows second second degree. I can't remember. First degree is out of rage. Second degree is meditated. Like I think poison's always considered premeditated, unless you can prove accidental. But with some poisons, it's a little hard to prove accident. I didn't know eye drops contained belladonna and therefore would constrict the blood vessels and then cause you to expire. Who knew that information? I thought it would be delicious in Kool-Aid. I should probably not talk too much about poison on stream, but I do actually have a plethora of information on poison. It was one of my fun things to research, like that wasn't for a grade, but I would use it to kind of excite my research a bit because I'm a plant-focused person, and also medicine and poison are the same thing except used differently. Some medications that will stop your heart will also start it. It's all about how it's used. One really poisonous plant is mistletoe, but it actually used to be used as a cure-all because although it is highly like deadly, it also can be used as antibacterial and like wound infection cleaning. I would not in modern science use actual medicine, but if you're back in the like 800 BC time period and you have an eye infection, belladonna is very good. I mean, actually, belladonna is still actively used in eye drop ingredients, and I do mean deadly nightshade. When I got pink eye, I used belladonna eye drops, and I feel like it was a little bit more effective for me, but could be placebo. Because I tried both, but like one felt more effective than the other. But it's not like I used one in one eye and the other in the other eye. That was using one of the like more medicated ones, and then I switched to the belladonna ones. One thing I'm thinking is instead of us like testing out the model on the uh gaming computer, I might just go ahead and copy it over here. And I say might as in I'm doing that currently. Because this is not like a dancing model. This is more of a just existing model. So I don't really need it to like full body. And thank you. Let's see. Go down to videos. I have my video file linked on both my desktop and my laptop, which allows me to like transfer characters faster now. Okay, let's go down to the W's, which should be close to the bottom. It's loading. Oh, whoops. it, there we go. The camera settings on this stream computer are set for my Christmas lights, so that's why we're getting
So
a.
shiny.
It's because I use additive properties also to have control over light effects. So right now we have very gemstone-esque appearance because it's set to the Christmas tree light settings. But also it's kind of a moment. I think Linda would love this, like top of this dress. Okay, everything looks great until that bottom tier. But listen, we just don't have to show that. That's that doesn't exist. If I don't show it, it's not real. There are solutions to that issue. I just was not about to go through them. Not for a quick model. But this came out really good. I was not sure how it was gonna like read and movement and stuff, but it is the moment. Also, we're getting a little bit extra pink on this because of the fact that like uh I have pink light shining on the model. Let's put it behind like this so we can actually see. I like the hair split I did in the back. But this model is definitely meant to be seen from the front. I mean, the back of the model is not bad. It's just, it doesn't have as much attention to detail as I normally do for the back of a model. Oh, wait. Ooh, I'm a wicked witch. Now I'm Glinda. I gotta, it's not working because the way that I have this pose set. But that is cool. That if I set the pose to one that is symmetrical, that I could actually like do a Glinda and then switch to Elphaba. Maybe I'll do like a picture of that. Like do a screenshot of the model in this position and then do a screenshot of the model in this position and have them facing each other for like the splash art for it, which we'll probably do next stream. But yeah, I'm not mad at this. It's also giving a little Barbie, but that's probably because the high pony. And thank you. I'm so glad we did it. You know, I've not played Fortnite in a while because like the CEO AI-esque art comments, I was like, ugh. But like, I'm sure they'll have a, if they don't already, they probably have a like Wicked model or something. If not, I'm sure it's only a matter of time. So if that happens, I guess we will play Fortnite so that way we can do this. This model is for a just in case moment. Just in case uh, Elphaba or Glinda get added to a video game, I'm ready. I mean, it's only a matter of time before someone makes a terrible movie video game about Wicked. I would love for it to be a good one, but that's not the track record of that style of pandering has not been good. Ooh, oh, okay. So, fun fact about the model's makeup. This makeup is actually mirrored, same color on both sides, but because it's red on green, it works for a darker contour because they cancel each other out. So while it gets to be bright and peachy on the right side, it has more of a darkening effect on the left side. And that's why undertones matter when doing your makeup. Oh, Harry Potter skin and later. Oh, you know what? We can find that out. Let's see. I'm curious to see if there are like any information on that. I actually do think the Wicked Witch might be a skin in Fortnite. Wicked and Fortnite. I don't have it downloaded, so I can't. Oh, there is Wicked in Fortnite. It looks like it. Maybe. Or is that fan content? It might be fan content. Let's type in Epic Games in the search. Apparently there's a Paz the Wicked skin. Okay, yeah, no, it is not. Those are fan-made mods. So you cannot currently play Glinda or Elphaba in Fortnite, which is actually kind of surprising to me. You know, I'm not a fan of JK, sorry, Jake Rowling, but like if I do think it would be fun for Magic and Fortnite because I do like spell casting. it is always fun to have like that as an option. Okay, one thing I lack a little bit, and I was mentioning to Raz about this the other day, is that I actually think Where Winds Meet is a great game. I do kind of wish the abilities were more impactful because I found out through the gameplay that I actually really like ability-based games. Like I already knew that to an extent, but not to what extent. But I really like to have like just really impactful and flashy abilities. I mean, I love cosmetics in games, so like it makes sense. It adds up. The equation is balanced. That's a chemistry joke. But I am glad that so there was a few times where like my first export of my model was not working out. So I'm very glad that this one did. See, I think one of the main reasons why I love Wuthering Waves is particle effects. And one thing that I think I would like about Arknight's Enfield when it comes out is that they understand the concept of to have really bright and cool effects, you need really dark colors. Like, one of the reasons why the pink side looks so bright and feminine and like just shiny is because it's contrasted with this black. Like, actually, that still looks good. So, only partially because of that. It does mute it a little bit. Okay. But yeah, I definitely think one of the reasons why I love Woo so much is because of all the particle effects. Speaking of Wuthering Waves, I do need to do my dailies real fast. Oop. Sorry if that made a weird noise on stream. I had lemon ice earlier, which is one of my favorite desserts. I need to go to Twitch so I can set the category. The category is finishing my dailies, which shouldn't take too long. Because I've already farmed most of the gems that are available to me right now, other than just like roaming the earth. Oh, I can exit Void Studios, and I don't need to save the model. Don't save. Because I'm not coming back to this design. This was a impulse design that I did in exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. But this looks great for an hour and 30 minutes of work. Well, I guess technically 2 hours because I did like start on it 30 minutes before stream. But like for the most part, an hour and 30 minutes of like solid work. Mm, yeah, for a second there, I didn't. It looked like the tongue wasn't working. I've had a lot of fun in Hearthstone, but I've also had a lot of frustration in Hearthstone lately. So I'm still looking for another game, preferably one that I can do multiplayer with, because I'm looking for a game that has multiplayer that I enjoy, which is shouldn't be this hard to find. Oh, did Wuthering Waves have an update? Um, oh, I could have even given my left hand the Wicked Witch effect because I could have just put like a bodysuit over it and then extended the fingers like claws and then like used that like a thing. See, I've had games that I've enjoyed.
Hey, hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
that's just because that's how wide my mouth can open. Because uh, my models, I use kind of my own
M,
face for
M,
the
flip it
proportions.
around.
Wait, 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 wait. We can do this. Flip it around. What do you get? Wicked Witch. Get it? Flip it around. Wicked Witch. I don't know that for those of you who don't know, that's a TikTok audio like that's a TikTok audio where the actress who plays Madame Morble was like, Madame Morble, flip it around. What do you get? Wicked Witch. And, and it's unfortunate because she said it in a lot of interviews that came out back to back, so it sounded like she said it for like days, even though it's probably just one round of press interviews. But it brought me much joy, so I'm glad she said it. Thank you, Madam Morble, for just being yourself. Yes, I can project to the back of the room. And like 8 years of vocal practice will give you a lot of control over your mouth and embouchure, which is basically your mouth, but it also involves the muscles inside your mouth. Because I can play 8 woodwind instruments. But you have to admit, with this model specifically, the Wicked Witch thing is definitely like it's a moment. Because when you flip me
If you
around,
played one, you've played them all.
same. I mean, okay, yeah, pretty. So for woodwind families, basically, like if you played flute, you can probably play piccolo as long as you adjust your embouchure. Yeah, I mean, I did one of the reasons why I did so much vocal training is because the hearing disability and a physical speech impediment. So like it was part of my speech therapy and was one of the best ways for me to practice enunciating my words. I mean, okay, but honestly, for the most part, you do just blow to make woodwind instruments make their sound. So like, you're not wrong. And I can say that because I can play them. I can play the sax family, the clarinet family, the oboe, the flute, and then like their family extension. So like for the sax, that's like 3 instruments right there. Of the flute, definitely 2. For the clarinet, it's also 2 because you do clarinet and bass clarinet. Uh, so yeah, flute, piccolo, clarinet, bass clarinet, oboe, saxophone, alto sax, tenor sax. Oh, that's 8. 8 instruments. I can do scales on piano, but that's not, I don't count that as being able to play piano. And honestly, I say that I can play those 8 instruments, but I haven't played them in like 10 years. Who knows if I can still play those instruments? I haven't been in band for a long time. And I have a strong feeling it's a use it or lose it situation. Not like riding a bike. I mean, maybe the first bit riding bike, but like to know how to play it, yeah.
Can you play them? Probably. Can you play them well?
Eh,
Eh?
yeah, for the most part. Can I play 8 woodwind instruments? Yes. Will they all make the sounds semi-intended? Yes. Will it be beautiful? Maybe. Okay, for clarinet and alto sax, bass clarinet, and tenor sax, I can guarantee I can probably play them and like riff using it. But once we get further away from clarinet and saxophone, we get less confident. And saxophone's one of those instruments that I feel like is just easy to make sound good. But I do say that as someone who already knows how to play it, so that is coming from a very biased a very biased source. But it's one of the jazz instruments, which means you can just do whatever. Like all jazz instruments. Just do whatever. I'm gonna keep on poking until I find the sore nerve. Just clip that whole, like, instruments are easy, like, section of...
Humans over there.
Run away!
Stay behind me.
Uh, what are my dailies? I gotta be honest though, I actually am partially surprised just how well this turned out. For an hour and 30 minutes, like, we'll be honest, 2 hour, for a 2 hour model. I mean, to be fair, it is using my core design as a jump off point, which
Stay
does help a
behind me.
lot.
Give trap
Galbraina, go!
I've come to send you to your grave.
Galbraina said boom. Oh wait. I have to go there. It calls to me. Kind of literally. Where are you, Mr. Hamster?
Live to hunt.
Shut up. I'm looking for hamster. Okay. Try your luck.
Let's go gambling.
Swipe left. Peel again. Peel again. Try your luck. Try your luck. No! But I didn't win! I hate this game.
Womp womp.
Also, Wuba's vaulting system is really impressive. Just its like edge and wall detection.
Live to hunt.
Let me minimize the stuff on my other monitor. How am I giving him a photo if I didn't save it? Try my luck. I won! Look, it's me, the victor. Oh, is there like an animation or something? Oh, that's really cool. I wish I would have known about that. No, we're putting it back down. That one's not a winner and I don't want to peel it. See, it says F. We're gonna put that one away. Can I trade this one for a new one? How dare they? Hello, I've come because I
Live
have
to
a
hunt.
crippling addiction to gambling. I gotta be more careful with my phrasing. I don't want the TikTok police, not TikTok police, the Twitch police to overmod me again. I get it. No, because like that's one of the things I like about Do It Night is the fact that like the gacha is not obsessive in that game, but I do think they're in Wuwa's like 1.0 era where like they have so, like a lot of room to grow first. See, I actually don't mind spending money in games. My only problem is if it makes me feel like I have to. We'll keep this one. That's actually a good amount of gems. Oh, we still have another 200 left. That we can still earn. Oh, this reset. But yeah, like I don't mind games that like you spend money in. I do mind games that make me feel like I have to spend money. Like the second I feel like I have to spend money to have fun, that's the second I'm out. Um, oh, you know what? We can use this team. Just make sure that Chisa has a good weapon equipped. Okay. Begin challenge. Oh wait, you know who might not have a good weapon equipped?
The divinity may foresee the future of the world.
Oh, she does.
But I doubt.
I thought Carlotta had that equipped. Okay. Arrow erosion or spectral frazzle summons a sword barrage. Well, this one.
The Knight's challenge has arrived. Be gone with such as their stress points match. Dismantle. A perfect chord.
See, such pretty particle effects. I don't need to read if it's gold.
Such is their blessing.
When active resonator defeats, slightly reduce their max HP. Do not. Oh, but I do kind of like the increase of crit. I just need to make sure Cheese is the one who finishes them off.
Flicker into form. A perfect chord. Dead center locked. Too reckless. True form. Revealed at last.
Say as I proceed to finish everyone off with Cardathia.
Break apart.
When activation deals damage, casting resonant skill liberation consumes half of HP. Basic attacks recover dreamscape energy. I've gotten to a point where, like, oftentimes I'll just grab everything that scales dreamscape energy and take the chrono blessing.
Stress points mapped.
Also, I see that I'm adding all of the
A
things
pivotal
already.
moment. This ends here. Cutting through the numbers. Flood. Chaos. Flicker into form. A perfect chord. Crumble.
I have no idea if I switched out in time. All resonators are immune to interruption. Casting, What's this one? Heavy attack damage. When active damage, increase their attack for 1 attack. Every HP lost. Dreamscape energy regen is doubled. That's better if I get more Dreamscape energy regen. So I'm gonna take this and then take this. Memory of Calamity.
Obstruction. Such is their blessing. Oceans.
Yeah.
Bow before me. A perfect chord. A pivotal moment. Structural collapse. Connection severed.
Oh my god.
Flood. Chaos purified. Sounding the charge forth with me. March on, quietus. Windstorm.
Execution.
Sweep all the way.
I've decided it's fine if Cardathia finishes everyone off. She's built well enough.
The night's challenge has arrived. A perfect now presenting a poem of finale. Let's converge. Break apart. Collapse. Such is their blessing.
Right there. La da 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 da. I don't want to keep on decreasing my max HP. Oh, there's another one. Max HP moderately increases.
The night's
Oh, there's another
challenge
rock.
has arrived. Down to business. Oceans, bow before me. Atonement.
Do you imagine being one of these like people, just like, oh, you're just a person with a gun. Normally that would be threatening. When activation deals damage, they deal more damage and take more damage. That's fine.
I will flicker into form.
That moderately increases. Yeah. Hello, it's me.
Obstruction. Come, meet your end. Such is that cutting through the numbers. A perfect chord. Now presenting a poem of finale.
Oop.
Dismantle. Let's converge.
Da 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 da.
Thanks for watching. Such is that bless. Repent.
For silence beckons.
Gales purify. Tides rise and crash.
What do you want? Deal more damage. A crit rate increases.
Mind the tempo.
Because I have the one that converts extra crit rate into crit damage.
Tuning in. A perfect chord at center. Rock. Eye of unraveling.
Atonement.
Whoops. I accidentally deactivated myself.
Such is that blessing. To pieces. A pivotal moment. Structural collapse. Break apart. Oh, a perfect chord.
We are making great time. Sure, why not?
The night's challenge. Be gone, wicked soul. True form. Revealed at last. Thanks for watching. Listen, the trio of
Dreamscape. Yeah, we'll take that. So it should pretty much always be up. You know what? We're at the last part. Double my attack. Max HP increase. Duration becomes permanent, but all... Nope. 80 points of Dreamscape upon defeating an enemy. Poison skill. Heavy attack. Duration is reduced by 25%. That was good. Crit rate increased by 30%. Sure, why not? Okay.
Obstruction. It ends here. Cutting through the numbers. Come. Meet your end.
Very thrust.
Such is that blessing. You won't escape. Flicker into form. To pieces. A perfect chord. Connection severed. Eyes unravel. Nothingness. Deconstructed. Structural collapse. Break apart. Obstruction. Stress points mapped. Thanks for watching. Be gone, wicked soul. Such is their blessing. You won't escape. Step flicker into form. A pivotal moment.
Damage greatly increased. Is this the final? I think it might be the final. Yeah.
Deviation corrected. Dismantle. A perfect chord. Nice and easy. Listen, the trio of destiny. Such is that blessing. True form.
How dare you try to fly away from me?
The haunting whisper. Turn.
I brought 2 of the special characters in for the week, which means that I don't have to worry about. Same. Oop. Yeah, I like Sayakona's song. I also think Sayakona's might be pretty strong in the upcoming zone, seeing how she applies negative statuses. And that seems to be a huge mechanic coming up. If nothing else, she might just be a good third person to bring along. Because she can ult and then stay out, similar to Falova. Oh, whoops. Claim. I need to claim 3 echoes. And the way that I like to do that is just use the boxes. That's pick up echo. I went through just random echo. Did I already use all those? I did. No, I found them. And one more. We did it! We did our dailies! Let's check our gym count. So we can see the wishes that we have. Okay, so first I need to add up my previous wishes. Okay, so 16. So whatever number we get to, we add 16 to it. Shop. 6 plus 16 equals 22. 22 plus 30 equals 52. So we are at 52 wishes right now. That's almost enough to get to a pity once. So that puts us in a pretty good spot. A pity good spot. Let's see. Because I think that's the main thing I need to do on Wuthering Waves. Because there's that event now, so that's good. Is there any other events that are currently happening? We finished this one. We haven't done this one. We still have holograms you can fight. And we've done this. I am glad that I already got this. So yeah. Okay. You know what? We have 30 minutes. And I think I'll save doing this for a day where we didn't make a model. Let me switch to me close up. I guess Hearthstone? Question mark? Exclamation point. Italicized, hyphenated. Italianized. Close window. I gotta flip around my category on Twitch. By the way, thank you everyone who has hit that like button over there on the YouTube side of things. I appreciate you, and if you've been commenting on my shorts, let me take this moment to say thank you so much. It actually has been helping me a lot. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I was making a pun of italicized, Italianized. My model didn't approve of that joke. Well, I guess if it's Ariana Glenda, it would make sense. Let's see. I am looking for Twitch. You two. I think I'm gonna play a round of Hearthstone, because that's like a good gap filler. So you don't have time to really like get into something new. I am thinking of playing Warframe. That is an option that we have to us. Already pre-downloaded it. I'm so far behind. Oh yeah, no, I'm still on. Yeah. I just switched to this because I was switching my category on Twitch. I'm trying to be more professional and like not show how messy my desktop background is. It doesn't say very. I have everything in order.
Boo. Boo.
Boo what? Boo what? Oh, is it muted again? Oh, okay. I am professional at booing, thank you. Oh yeah, last time I played it. It's always muted because like the last time I play it while like watching YouTube videos. And so I can't hear the YouTube videos if the tavern is going. But yeah, I want to play Warframe. It looks fun. The graphics look amazing. And it's basically high def duet night. And there's a plant person. Well, mushroom, but still. And there's poison. Like, it has everything. It has all of the things. Poison, mushroom, and pretty graphics.
The hoops.
But all of the hoops I have to jump through to get caught up to modern play. And the fact they don't have any characters. Because I have only done, I think, the first mission. It looked cool. And I did the first mission and I was like, oh, it's just a quest-based thing. And then I found out later that there's open world zones that I could play in. I'm like, oh, that's why I stopped. I was like, I thought I could only just like navigate the main menu thing. Back to live scene. Oh, by the way, thanks for sticking around. I do realize that sometimes when I speak, it's like I'm going to say bye, but like even now, that sounded like I was saying goodbye. But it's just how I end my sentences sometimes. Same. I love this. This is my favorite one. This one's okay. And this one, I'm still iffy about. I don't disagree that that is a good power, but I do not know if it's the power for me. Like out of a lineup, it's likely to be chosen. But is it my favorite? When you have space in combat, summon a copy of your highest health minion.
Well, at the very least, they can be a distraction.
I might go for undead. The alpha beside of me. Oh, you know what?
No fighting in the saloon. Take it outside.
We don't need... I really need to take more advantage of, like, moments when I don't really need this much of my screen. Like, it's kind of just blank space behind me. Like, there's a timer, but like...
Oh, that was quite the showdown. You burned it.
Because I spend a lot of time on my models, and so I should give them more screen time. And more of the screen at times.
You've got a rich gold vein there. Don't lose it.
That's actually a fairly strong start.
I've seen worse.
I'll use this next turn.
You've staked quite the claim. Now you've got to defend it.
Looks like a lot of people are pulling a card out of their hand. I did it. I won.
Impressive. Remind me never to cross you.
Level? Stopwatch. Death Hand. I need a Nubian King. And I... oh wait, never mind.
You're on the right path.
I'm practicing my reaction faces. Okay.
Here. This'll put grit in your craw.
You know what? Everyone's doing it. Why don't I? Yes, I do need. I actually might freeze this. Because if I get the trigger battlecry minion thing, I've seen a picky eater. I think I've seen 2 picky eaters. But that's about it. You're just waiting at higher levels.
You're on the right path.
I see what they're doing. They need to cut it out. Cracking Cyclone.
Greetings, time traveler. Curious outcome.
Thank you. Might as well. I do like getting this minion early. Though I might end up stealing a bunch of flighty scouts. You know what, this is gonna become a level 6 minion. I'll freeze and use my Evolving Tavern again. Because there's a chance that this becomes something useful. And this will be a level 5, yeah. Also, this is unlocks turn 7. Which means this is my highest health minion. And it's turn 6.
You got a rich goal
I will say,
right there.
we do not have a lot on our board. Oh, I'm so close to being able to get you that. Oof. Though most people don't really have much. Like, that was stuff, but it was just stuff.
Here, this'll put grit in your craw. Now that was a fine move.
I'm gonna take this.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable. In for a scare.
I got it. Second hand.
This should help.
You've staked quite the claim. Now you gotta defend.
Like, I don't have a ton of resummon, but I have enough. Oof. Yeah, that should have given you some cards.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away from this.
I'll give you a good price.
A worthy addition.
I'll give you a good price.
Me not shady.
We can come back for that one later.
I don't know if
You're
my
on
attack
the
scaled
right
enough.
path.
Also, you're fighting the one that I was hoping to fight. Same. Yeah, giving you the Devour Demon, and I gave you Devour Demon also because I found the Grave Narrator in that same turn, and it just seemed like a really strong combination. Yeah.
I saw this coming.
No one has anything I need, so I might get rid of. I think you're fine without me now. So I'm gonna switch my board from support. Yeah.
I'd deputize that one right quick. A worthy addition. Quick, grab that one.
Yeah, it's worth.
Me not shady.
That one's a regular round.
Because you're an undead beast, which means I can do this together. Damage and 1 health. Actually, I'm gonna freeze for this. So I'll buy this, reroll level something up, then use my Evolving Tavern.
You've staked quite the claim. Now you've got to defend it.
So far the Death Order was good. And my board is good too.
Oh, that was quite the showdown.
It's working.
Switch you. I don't think you need this. Yeah. Let's see. I could get rid of you.
I am the that one might not be the best, but they'll be loyal. You've got a rich gold vein there, don't lose it!
Yay, I'm fighting Venom. Darn, it did not have enough stats. We did it! The beasts, they're coming online. And that was loud. It wasn't bad until that combat specifically.
Well, they sure won't want to be messing with the likes of you again. That one won't steer you wrong. You sure are quick on the draw.
I guess I'll just level.
Now we're talking.
We're fighting elementals, so I want this right here. Because I don't mind if these two get hit with it.
You've staked quite the claim. Now you gotta defend it.
Oh, they don't even have it. Why did they have a bluebird? I'm confused. Oh, this is great for me. I need to thank him so much.
Oh, that was quite
Also, that gave me 16 gold.
a worthy addition. I'd deputize that one right quick.
Reborn. Probably you. Taunt. Probably you. I need a gold.
You're on the right path.
No fair, he has my power. Except with attack. I call hacks. Oof. We did turn it around at least. I also like had these cards on my board for so long, and the only gold I got was the bird. Like I didn't even have an option for a gold.
Shenanigans.
Like not even a little bit of an option for a gold. Oh no. That being said, I do believe we are gonna call the stream here. Thank you guys so much for coming by. You guys are all amazing. Thank you everyone who's been commenting recently on the shorts. It's helped out me in the algorithm so much. Thanks for helping this small channel grow. And I can't wait to see you in future streams, future comments, and, you know, wherever else. Bye for now. See you next time. Unlimited.